Storytelling Tuesday. I hope you're doing really well. This week's story is inspired by the fable, The Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. And my creative spark is make the villain a good guy. And that's what I've been thinking about the last few weeks and trying to pick a story, but a wolf has a really bad reputation. So this story stems, or another piece of this story is the phrase, the lone wolf. Maybe you've heard that before, and the history of that little phrase is an interesting one. It's meant everything from someone who likes being by themselves and not socializing so much to a criminal mastermind. But it all came from this idea of a wolf alone.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
And I'll post an article in the description that you can read more about this lone wolf idea, because wolves are pack animals, and there's a reason if they're alone. So here is my story for you. Wolf, he was getting to that time in his life where he was needing space. He'd gotten to that age where he was feeling like a man, and he didn't need his parents looking over his shoulder anymore. So he decided that it was time for him to break out, leave the pack behind, and go in search of a mate. Which usually meant a new pack and a new habitat. And so Wolf was pretty excited about this. He struck out on his own, and he wandered many unknown paths and kept himself sustained along the way with squirrels and rabbits and other cute furry critters. But you know, that's what wolves have to do. They're not going to be sustained on dandelions. So, Wolf was looking for his new pack, but try as he might, he was not finding or sniffing any other packs. But what was close by was a shepherd and his huge herd of sheep. And like I said, Wolf had kept himself sustained, and so he thought, maybe I should seek company elsewhere. He wasn't going to eat the sheep. He just wanted to experience what life was like in another pack. That's what the herd of sheep looked like to him. So Wolf procured some sheep's clothing. Probably the easiest way for him to get them would be Amazon. And once Wolf had his nice woolly clothing, he meandered and slyly mingled in amongst the sheep. Hey, how you doing? What you up to today? It's a nice day, right? How you doing? Can I have some of that grass? You need a new friend? I'm here for you. But try as he might, Wolf could get no response from any of these sheep, for the reputation of being meek and mild and lowly, these sheep were pretty close-minded when it came to newcomers, even newcomers that looked just like them. And you know, it just so happened to not be Wolf's lucky day because, well, the sheep herder, he had plans for having mutton for supper. And so he went in amongst his herd looking for, that critter with just that perfect amount of plumpness that just made his mouth water. And it just so happened that Wolf, in his nice sheep's clothing, had just that plumpness that the shepherd was looking for. So he picked Wolf in his sheep's clothing up and took him to the chopping block. But Wolf had no intention of being the shepherd's meal that night, and he didn't want to make an enemy of the shepherd either. He just wanted to get out of there. So after the shepherd had tied him to the chopping block and had gone to get his axe, well, then the wolf, he just kind of wriggled out of his sheep's clothing and disappeared off into the sunset. And I'm sure that Wolf finally did find his new pack and his mate, and well, he probably has a herd of little wolf puppies of his own to take care of now. I loved exploring the different sides of that little story, and I'll probably spend some time fleshing it out a little bit more. But I hope that inspires you to think of how you could make a villain a good guy and see where that takes you. I hope you have a fabulous week and that you brighten someone's day with a good story. Go ahead and share this one. I'll see you next time.